100 famous stocks after super crash of March 16, 2020 by number one stock picking app 2stx.com. Let's go into search, sort by cap. China Petroleum went up 1.6%. Microsoft down 14.7%. Apple dropped 12.8%. Amazon dropped 5.3%. Alphabet Google dropped 11.1%. Alibaba dropped 7.3%. Berkshire Hathaway dropped 7.1%. Facebook dropped 14.2%. Vodafone dropped 15.4%. Johnson & Johnson went up 1.2%. Visa dropped 13.5%. Walmart dropped 6.4%. Chenghua Telecom went down 2.08%. JP Morgan Chase dropped 14.9%. Taiwan Semiconductor went 14%. Procter & Gamble dropped 5%. MasterCard dropped 12.7%. AT&T dropped 7.7%. S&P 500 dropped 11.11%. United Health dropped 17.3%. Verizon dropped 5.9%. Coca-Cola dropped 6.6%. Intel dropped 18%. Novartis dropped 8.1%. Home Depot dropped 19.7%. Merck dropped 8.9%. Bank of America dropped 15.4%. Walt Disney dropped 7.3%. Pfizer dropped 7.8%. Comcast dropped 8.3%. Toyota dropped 6.66%. PepsiCo dropped 11.2%. ExxonMobil dropped 9.5%. Cisco Systems dropped 10.4%. Chevron dropped 16.4%. China Mobile dropped 4.1%. Adobe dropped 14.7%. Oracle dropped 10.8%. Netflix dropped 11.1%. Abbott Laboratories dropped 9.7%. SAP dropped 10%. Costco dropped 6.3%. Eli Lilly dropped 7%. HSBC Bank dropped 5.8%. Nvidia dropped 18.4%. Bristol Myers Squibb dropped 7%. Thermo Fisher Scientific dropped 6.8%. Salesforce dropped 15.8%. Amgen dropped 6.6%. McDonald's dropped 15.8%. AstraZeneca dropped 10.6%. AbbVie dropped 13%. Sanofi dropped 5%. PayPal dropped 15.8%. Wells Fargo dropped 14.2%. Philip Morris dropped 12.4%. ASML Holdings dropped 10.7%. American Tower dropped 15.1%. Nike dropped 11.6%. Medtronic dropped 12.8%. Nova Nordics dropped 7.2%. NextEra Energy dropped 9%. Accenture dropped 0.04%. Honeywell dropped 9.4%. GlaxoSmithKline dropped 11%. Royal Dutch Shell dropped 15.8%. Sinopec Shanghai dropped 8%. Royal Dutch Shell dropped 16.8%. Danaher Corporation dropped 9.7%. IBM dropped 8.2%. HDFC Bank went up 6.5%. Gilead Science dropped 2.6%. Texas Instruments dropped 11.8%. Citigroup dropped 19.3%. Union Pacific Corporation dropped 6.2%. Royal Bank of Canada dropped 7.4%. Linde dropped 10.3%. Tesla dropped 18.5%. British American Tobacco dropped 8.8%. Lockheed Martin dropped 12.3%. Charter Communications dropped 14.3%. Total dropped 15.7%. United Technologies dropped 13.7%. 3M Company dropped 7.6%. Broadcom dropped 19.9%. United Parcel Service or UPS dropped 7.6%. Diageo dropped 10.4%. British Petroleum dropped 15%. Qualcomm dropped 14.9%. Boeing dropped 23.8%. Anheuser-Busch dropped 16%. Altria Group dropped 4.6%. The Toronto Dominion Bank dropped 9.6%. CVS dropped 12.3%. Unilever dropped 11.6%. American Express dropped 13.7%. Sony dropped 8.2%. Starbucks dropped 16.2%. Fidelity National dropped 16.5%. Nasdaq 100 Index dropped 11.9%. Dominion Energy dropped 10.8%. T-Mobile USA dropped 10.3%. Mondelez International dropped 11.4%. Crown Castle International dropped 4.7%. General Electric dropped 15.1%. Becton Dickinson dropped 5.6%. Fiserv dropped 16.6%. Unilever dropped 9.7%. Intuit dropped 14.4%. Dominion Energy dropped 12.2%. Prologis dropped 17.2%. Allergan dropped 10.4%. Anthem dropped 12.2%. Duke Energy dropped 10.7%. NiSource dropped 16.8%. Cigna dropped 16.2%. Southern Company dropped 8.6%. Lowe's dropped 24.7%. BlackRock dropped 13.6%. Enbridge dropped 11.7%. Rio Tinto Group dropped 8.2%. S&P Global dropped 10.4%. Stryker Corporation dropped 12.5%. The Estee Lauder companies dropped 13.4%. Goldman Sachs dropped 12.7%.